fans, what's going on? Now we can talk since I have gotten myself together, have some time to go to my sources. And one of my main sources after we make hires or do anything big in this city is immediately I listen to 97.1. The reason why is because people like Chris Spielman and David Burkett are going to come and unleash all the knowledge that they couldn't before. That's why I always come there first and wait for that call in, which I just got from Mr. Burkett. They also talked to Mr. Spielman, and it was eye-opening. It was very eye-opening, and I was very pleased with what I heard. One of the things is about the hiring. Okay, my thoughts about the hiring. What do I think? Listen, I'm going to put my neck out there. I'm going to say that I believe it's a good hire. And here's the reason why. When you look into the history of, well, first and foremost, let's get this addressed with the Bob Quinn and the Brad Holmes situation. Yes, they both were scouts. Bob Quinn was more of a pro scout than a college scout. When you look at the draft history, it's not even close between the two. The Rams draft history is wild. You know what I mean? So it's not close in that situation. And like I said, Bob Quinn is more of a pro scout. Bob Quinn was, in even with the Patriots history with the drafting, they usually find guys later in rounds. They never strike on the early round picks, which you've seen obviously when he came over here, Tavai, Tease Tabor. Yeah, but the earlier picks, they always go and find them diamonds in the rough. They found their Hall of Fame, one of the greatest QBs of all time in what round? So, you know what I'm saying? So, but this is different. This is totally different. Number one, younger. I told y'all I wanted somebody younger. I didn't want no old, decrepit guy that's still, thinking that the NFL is still in 1982. I wanted somebody younger in here. I want a young coach too, so this is going to be a tricky situation. But as far as his hire, when you look at the background, it is really good for the Detroit Lions because number one, he knows how to draft. What do the Lions struggle with? Drafting. We struggle with drafting. We've hit here and there on guys, which we managed not to keep for some reason. But, like I said, he knows how to draft. He knows how to draft. He was, running the board for the Rams. Ultimately, the GM makes the ultimate decision, but he was pretty much running the drafts, man, when you look into it. And like I said, it's just for the Lions, that is vital. It's a very vital need for our organization, and hopefully he's looking into bring in, or the Lions are looking into bring in a younger coach as well. I don't want no decrepit old coach in here. Will they stick with Bevel? That is actually a really realistic situation. A lot of people don't think it's a chance, but it actually is a chance. And it was confirmed when I was just listening to Mr. Burkett. Marvin Lewis is a real option. But, like I said, I want a younger coach as well. I want a younger coach. You look at LaFleur and McVay and, when you watch this Packers and when you watch the Packers go against the Rams, you're going to see two young guys that worked the sidelines together before, but two young, brilliant minds that understand how the NFL has changed. I want young people who understand how the NFL is not the same as it used to be. It has changed. The Rams are one of the youngest teams in the NFL. And, like I said, all of the attributes, they line up well. Free agency is a different situation. It's something that we're just going to have to wait and see. It's no history when it comes to Mr. Holmes with free agency. Probably me saying that he's had a track record in drafting well free agency probably would be something similar. I don't think he would be bringing these old skeleton guys in here like we've been, known to do over the years. So that's just my opinion on it. Like I said, I'm not a professional at anything, but this is what I'm getting from it. Mr. Briquette Spielman also said another thing, number 2, the Matthew Stafford situation. I always thought, and they have heard from GMs, that it is possible to win with Matthew Stafford over the next 5 years. Now, will Holmes come in and draft a quarterback? It's looking like that may be the case. They don't expect Holmes to come in within his first stint and say, I'm going to trade Matthew Stafford for some draft picks. On all levels, it just wouldn't seem like a good idea for him. From a fan base standpoint, I know it's a lot of fans that would love it. We have that 20%er, the 20%ers. But I don't see him walking in the door making a move like that. But according to Briquette and what he's heard around the league from GMs that they interviewed, majority of them said that they believe they could win with Matthew Stafford, which I also do. If you create the right situation, which is a defense and an offense that are similarly good. That's all you need to do. Make a defense that can stop somebody from scoring, have an innovative offense that favors the players on your offense, not take away like we just seen with the idiot we just had in here. So, I'm all good with that. I am all good with that. But I don't think that would be one of his first moves. I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening. So, for those 20%ers, I feel bad for you, man, but you're going to have to suck it up for a couple more years. I would say at least 2021, you're going to have to suck that up. Because I don't see nothing happening there. Drafting a quarterback, that's going to be a very, very important thing for me to see what type of mind we do have at GM. I want a quarterback. I want to draft a quarterback, and I want to raise my quarterback. But I want to raise him up under a talented quarterback. Like I said, when you look at the history, all of the great quarterbacks we have in this league that's still playing, damn near 50. But when you look back, man, they all came from behind somebody. I don't want to throw nobody into the fire like Tua just got did, and now they talking about trading him for Deshaun Watson. So, some are able to handle it, but some are not. I'm not trying to play Russian roulette. I want to do it the right way and a safe way and bring a quarterback in here and raise him up. Now, as far as his head coach search goes, this is a tough one, man, because it is so many options, and I just don't know. I can't put my finger on who I think they're going to go with, man. Man, that's a tough one for me. It's a tough one for me. Y'all can definitely leave those suggestions in the comments. I know I'm gonna see Robert Saleh about 50,000 times, but Robert Saleh is. I'm starting to think that's out the question. I don't think it's gonna happen. I honestly don't, because I keep hearing every other name but Robert Saleh. When I'm hearing from these guys or reading reports, I'm just hearing every other name but Robert Saleh. So I don't think it's gonna happen, man. The Louis Riddick was a dream for me. I knew that wasn't gonna happen because they said they wanted somebody with some experience or whatever. They did go after a college scout, obviously, but I don't know. A lot of us wanted Louis Riddick and Robert Saleh as a tandem, or Louis Riddick and Eric Bieniemy. Bieniemy name has pretty much died out again, but we'll see. You never know where his mind is and what his input would be with the Lions on who he wants to bring in as a coach. So we'll just have to wait for that. We'll have to wait for that. And like I said, these are all my opinions. Don't go out there, saying, well, King, you said such and such. Listen, man, this is what I heard on the radio, and these are my thoughts on it. And this is from what, I went and looked up. So that's where these opinions are coming from. So don't take it with a grain of salt on the head coaching search. But the Matthew Stafford situation, you can pretty much believe that. That's not going to happen, dude. It's just not right away. It's just not going to happen right away. That's just not going to be your first moves walking in the door. So what's going to happen with Kenny Galladay, that's going to be interesting still. Like I said, we got some free agents, man, and it's going to be interesting. I want to see him reface the defense of this team because, like I said, our offense does not need to be torn down. Our defense is already torn down. You need to build it. There's no rebuilding. There's nothing there. So you need to build it. The only way to go with this defense is up. Simple as that, man. And as far as the amount of draft picks we got, you got to look at the history. This man has had multiple occasions of not having many draft picks, not even having first-round draft picks, and drafting well. You got to go look it up, especially for all the nerds out there. You got to go look it up. So, yeah, that's my thoughts, man. Those are my thoughts. Like I said, as more time progresses and more things happen, we can get a little bit deeper into this situation. But other than that, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in a minute.